Они тут все уже.
А ну, полуобернись. Так, все, спасибо. Перемещаемся к следующей двери. Ну-ка. Все, спасибо.
Христос воскресе. С каждым кораблем часть души. Христос воскресе.
Воистину воскресе.
Какие страны? Почему-то, да? Эти вот предложения. Так, а шапочку найдешь? 7.
16. Когда ты улыбаешься.
А я всегда улыбаюсь.
Ты говорил не... They don't know where they want him to go. They can't decide where he wants to go.
Can you hear us? All right, just make sure the backups are doing their job. Yeah, you look real comfortable in my space.
They're not all that bad.
Oh no, 50 down. Quindi visto che non sta parlando nessuno, mi spiego un po' quello che sto dovuto fare a Lo facciamo tutti quanti, certo. So in English, what's happening now is that the commander is in a lead check on his suit, so he's taking the lead. They're going to pressurize the suit to make sure that it holds the atmosphere. And then I will do it, and then Karen will do the same thing. Quando sei seduto o sdraiato la tuta è fatta con misura, va benissimo, però quando sei in piedi hai un culo grosso. E questo è
Queste cose sono...
questo è il microfono.
Ma per parlare...
Per parlare tra di noi è cosa sentiamo, anche quando parla col microfono non sento. E poi un'altra cosa divertente che adesso al veicolo indosseremo un paio di stivali che sono gli stivali che sono più nuovi e resteranno sempre nuovi, perché ogni volta li fanno la sola meno misurata del mondo.
Sono tutti uguali?
No, sono sempre fatti su misura in base allo scarponcino che
Uguale in senso uguale.
All we need is sprinklers and a couple of rocks.
L'hanno comprato
e poi l'hanno sbagliato, sì.
e ora
È normale.
è comunicato. Lui diventa completamente isolato.
Просил тебе большой привет передать миссия Дня Украины.
Слушай, меня Европа подогнали за прошлое, причем он болтается. Куда все это бежит, кто видит.
Noi li vediamo sul testo passato, prendiamo il tempo di due pressioni. Abbiamo il manometro.
Второе время 5-4.
Дорогие, привет! Ты где задержалась?
Что ж вы делаете-то?
Федор Николаевич!
Вместе, пожалуйста, вместе. Втроем. программах 9 лет, выполнение своих задач как командир экипажа дело не
Витя, поверни, поверни. Руками. Рука! Рука! Ладно. Спасибо, удачи! Федя, вперед! Все, пошли.
T-minus 45 seconds. The ground umbilical to the third stage has been disconnected. The launch command will be issued at T-minus 19 seconds. It's about 10 seconds from now. T-minus 15 seconds. The second umbilical tower is now separating. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff. Liftoff of Kara Nyberg, Fyodor Yurshkin, and Luca Parmitano on a 6-hour ride to the International Space Station.
Bill Gerstenmaier, NASA's Associate Administrator for Human Exploration and Operations. Bill, as they say, if that doesn't get your blood flowing, you don't understand human spaceflight. Your reaction to this morning's launch?
Again, just absolutely amazing to see the rocket launch. It was even special today. We got to see Space Station fly overhead just a couple minutes before launch. So to see the space station moving downrange, and then 4 minutes later to see the Soyuz lift off the launch pad, chasing that little star with the crew on board, was just absolutely amazing today. So to see orbital mechanics in work, and actually to get here in Baikonur and see that, it was just a special event today. So it was just a tremendous launch. Everyone is unique, everyone is different. Each one, I see different things that I never saw before, and again, this was just phenomenal. The teams here did a tremendous job getting ready, getting the rocket ready. The preparation at the launch pad was absolutely outstanding. The weather was good today, and just a super launch. I'm looking forward to this expedition. Many activities coming up, EVAs, dockings, all kinds of things during this increment. So it'll be exciting, and it was what a great start this morning.
We can't help but be impressed about the choreography of how these launches fold together to make the station happen and perpetuate it. And this expedition, as you mentioned, is truly a handbook of human spaceflight.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. You know, next week we'll see the ATV launch from Kourou, and I was talking to our European colleagues, and they're all ready to get ready to go to Kourou and get that launch vehicle ready. We're talking to the Japanese about the HTV launch coming later in the summer. We're working with Orbital at Wallop's flight facility, getting that rocket and Cygnus vehicle prepared. So just a tremendous amount of work heading forward.
Bill, speaking of the expedition, it is truly a handbook of human spaceflight, almost a daunting challenge for these 3 crew members for the next 6 months. Your thoughts on how all of this is going to unfold to continue to perpetuate the space station?
Again, the teams have done a tremendous job of getting things prepared and getting ready. The ATV launch coming up is pretty exciting, and then we've got the HTV launch. We've got Orbital's flight coming up potentially later, and the EVAs coming up this summer. Just a tremendous amount of work by the teams getting prepared for any kind of contingency, any kind of planning. And that's what's remarkable to me is they take this complex ballet of vehicles and work, and the teams in Houston, and along with their team friends in Moscow and in Europe and in Japan, they figure out a way to put all this together to just make this look easy, make it look smooth, and still get a bunch of research and science done on board station at the same time. So I can't say enough about the teams that do that preparation. They make it look easy, but it doesn't occur easily. It comes just through hard work and preparation. And then those teams get to celebrate those results and get to see the excitement of their hard work coming together. And I think that's what we got to see today. We got to see the Russian team prepare this vehicle and to see this launch. You can't help but get excited when you share the joy. You see the joy in their eyes of what this wonderful vehicle has done, to see the appendages come out and see it headed towards a 4-orbit rendezvous with ISS. Just a tremendous start to a tremendous expedition.
Mike Seferdini, International Space Station Program Manager. Mike, another morning in which the ground shook here in Baikonur, sending 3 more crew members toward the International Space Station. Your reaction to the launch and your thoughts about this climb to orbit today?
Well, you can't help but be emotional when you can feel the launch in your body, and when the environment's just right, the sound waves and the vibrations and everything really envelop you, and this was one of those days. So not only is it an outstanding flight to have a Russian, an American, and a European all flying together up to station to meet their 3 crewmates on orbit, but they're heading towards a really exciting increment, a very busy increment as we prepare for the last of the major laboratories, which will help fulfill the dream that we've always imagined for ISS, to be a full-up research facility.
Not just a full schedule, it appears to be almost a daunting schedule. 6 spacewalks over the next 6 months by Russian and U.S. segment crew members, and all of the scientific research and almost every visiting vehicle that you have in your fleet. How is this going to unfold as the next half year rolls around?
Well, I think you said it. It's a big challenge. It's been a while since we have this much activity. Not only that, of course, we're going to have the new orbital Cygnus vehicle is planned to come up during this period. And we're in the middle, as I said earlier, of all of our preparations to get ready for the arrival of the multi-purpose laboratory module that our Russian friends are bringing up to conduct their research, a module dedicated to research. And so, yes, and in some respects, I was joking with the crew the other day, some of them are going to be outside more than inside, I think, this time with all the EVA activity we have. So we'll be busy with all that, and meanwhile, we have a commitment for the amount of hours we'll dedicate to research. We intend to honor that during this period as well. So it'll be a very, very challenging increment, but we're looking forward to it.
So Jean-Jacques Dordain, a fantastic, fantastic show. It's important for ESA, this type of event. Oh yes, first it's a great moment of emotion. I must say that to have 3 persons going to space, and especially one Russian, one American, one European going together in space, it's a great moment. And but obviously it's a great moment for ESA, but also for Italy, because this is a flight thanks to the Italian Space Agency. But maybe the most striking part is the fact that this is the first of the young generation of astronauts. So we are changing of generation, and that is certainly something important for ESA, because we are preparing the future with this new class of astronauts. We saw young engineers on Vega, young astronauts. This is the ESA is getting old and young at the same time. Yes, I think that this is the cooperation between the experienced people, what I am, and this new generation. This is the best way, I think, that to prepare the future is to transmit our experience and knowledge, but they will bring new ideas, they will bring new things, and I am glad to give them the future. The future belongs to them.